Leepinlepin, wing-a-ding-dong here. This is a Leepinlepin, wing-a-ding-dong reading of My Truth, Fedmysters Manifesto. Introduction and Apology. Hey guys, it's been a while. It's been about 2 months now. I know a lot of you are angry, sad, and disappointed, and you certainly have the right to be. I did some shitty things, and they went unchecked for a long time. After some very low moments, I'm in a better place now. I've been seeing a really good therapist nearly twice a week, and as per his suggestion, taking time away from all social media, I've used this time to distance myself and reflect. Throughout this time, I've been staying completely sober and plan to continue to do so. Just in general, though, I am really trying to improve myself as a person, and I honestly feel like I've already made progress. But I know it is not my place to be the judge. I'm taking this all very seriously. Throughout the entirety of my absence, I've been doing therapy addressing everything that has happened. Over the course of that time, I learned a lot about myself and my hidden issues. To summarize, I'm very fearful of confrontation and mostly the unknown. I'd often make a mistake and choose to suppress it rather than confront it. This can cause me to hide things and hurt a lot of people in the process. The thing is, life is full of unknowns, and I can't play as a bystander when it comes to the consequences of my actions. I need to increase my comfortability with the unknown. Another thing I learned more about is my desire for intimacy. Not sexual, more like companionship. When I get comfortable with people, I often push those boundaries, and then, when I'm drunk, this feeling is amplified. I never mean any harm or have any sort of malicious intent, but I certainly made people feel uncomfortable. My actions surrounding Yvonne and Lily fit into those categories, and I can't begin to explain how sorry I am for hurting them and ultimately jeopardizing our relationship. The consequences of my actions toward them has been miserable, but appropriate. Every day I wake up and recall how nice it was being surrounded by loving friends and how stupid I was to let my actions betray their trust. I deserved it though. These actions had to have consequences. I just want to say first that this has nothing to do with me coming back to streaming. After a tremendous amount of thought and therapy, I am here to shed light and to give a timeline on my side of things, since this has now become a public matter. I have already apologized to Yvonne and Lily privately, and this statement will in no way contradict their stories. Instead, their purpose is to address individuals that I believe are twisting the truth for their own benefits. For my own health, I can no longer stay silent. The purpose. After my time away from everything, I decided to watch the streams that were made about me. Watching Pokey talk about all the things I've done with little to zero context as to the nature of our relationship hurt me pretty bad. I definitely did some questionable things and broke her trust. But there are some claims she makes about me, Yvonne and I, just friends, and herself, that are either false, twisting the truth, or misconstructed. I'm going to be addressing these claims as well as giving context to mostly everything that was mentioned on her stream, since I feel that this is very important and personal to me. My relationship with Pokey. This Folky thing, with an F, all started as a joke when I made a picture of me and Pokey on my phone background. She had sarcastically suggested I do it, and see what kind of reaction from the community we'd get. I laughed and did it anyways just for fun. Obviously, the public started to pick up on it more and more. And then this all escalated when the Taiwan trip happened. During the Taiwan trip, February 14, 2018, Pokey and I got really close. A lot of good moments came from that trip. I felt like the honeymoon phase was getting to know someone, and that's what it was. This was the first time we talked and looked at each other differently. We discussed some pretty personal things like work ethic, drive, and dreams. It was really cool. Then on stream we would do our thing. We weren't at all playing up for content. At least I wasn't. We come back from Taiwan, and that kind of energy between us continued on off stream. We started to have breakfast, dinner together every day. We became very flirty, especially through text. Started having occasional sleepovers, and just in general, we were definitely heading in a romantic direction. It was pretty obvious to our friends and our roommates that something was going on, but no one really asked about it. There was the occasional ex-roommate walking in without knocking and seeing us cuddling in bed watching Law and Order on my laptop. I would think to myself, man, this is the dream. Really connecting with someone that understands the world that I'm a part of, and she's super ambitious, hilarious, and meticulous about so many things in her life. She's a very inspiring person. To this day, and despite everything, I hold true to those beliefs. So I tried everything in my power to not fuck it up. Spoiler, I did. The texts shown throughout are obviously just a small glimpse into our relationship, only chosen to show specific context that was never given. Of course, the majority of interactions were in person, and a lot were FaceTime. The text. Picture we cannot see. Good morning. Best pick ever. Heart. Oh my god, you're into it. You're feeling it. Shrug emoji. Pokey. Your eyes. Stop. Glittery. And you effing look at him in admiration. So many dots. Nani? Okay, I'll look. I changed your name in my phone to Fetty. Folky. Bible thump. I want Folky ice or Fetty ice. Or just Fetty. Yeah! Folky ice. I saw what you wrote in chat. Made me blushy. I tried to wait for you, but I have an interview at 11 a.m., so I got to go to sleep soon. Emoji emoji. We watch another trip. Rip hummus. Wanna watch one right now, RQ? Sad face. Sorry, I promised I'd play a little Fortnite. It's okay, I don't want to interrupt. Oh, fuck you, Timmy. Sorry, she woke you. I just woke up too hot. Gonna sleep in my room. Was gonna ask if I can come in with, but it's okay. Good night. Sorry. Heart night. You can come with next time. Okay. Good night. Nice. I'm still embarrassed, by the way. Decided I'll never close my door ever again, if you know what I mean. So you're saying I can just walk in right now? I hear you. I don't think you know what I mean then. I think I might have to come in so you can elaborate. What I'm talking about. Never mind. If you must. Literally locked. Oops. Jabated. That's unfortunate. Barcode, female sign. I feel like I can sense your frustration. Check again. Eyes. Wrong emoji. Good night. So quiet over there. Silence. I got lost in thought. Can you legit hear everything? Ah. Oh my god. Lost in thought. Yeah. I haven't started, taking care of myself, you know. Will commence shortly. Smiley face, peace sign. Peace sign, question mark, more like, fisting. LOL. Tongue. Wet. Ha ha ha, have fun. You too. In March 2018, we had an honest discussion about the direction we were heading, and she brought up some notable problems. A. That we live together and it could be a problem if things don't work out. B. We are board members, own equity of the company, and that we work for. This could be a conflict of interest and could get nasty if things didn't work out between us. It was perfectly legal, but it's more something that could be a future problem. The conclusion we came to was to slow down and not spend as much time together, because things were escalating very fast, and if we're going to say, fuck it, let's just date, we needed to be sure. Not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed, but agreed that we definitely spend way too much time together, and it's a little dangerous, especially for something that could cause major future issues. Well, things changed for maybe a couple of days, but we started talking again, except things were slightly toned down. April, May 2018. Pretty much the same as March, except she was traveling a lot. We texted and FaceTimed a lot. She would send me messages like, I miss you, and refer to me as Honey Bun. Heart. Or randomly call me cute, and we still have sleepovers. Like, we're obviously acting coupley here, and whenever we're apart, we FaceTime. I super felt like we were disregarding the conversation we had in March, and kind of just going with the flow. Obviously, I'm excited about this, because by this time, I liked her enough that I wanted to try and be serious, exclusive. Thanks for always taking care of me, by the way. Yeah. Apparently he was going to IRL and chill at McDonald's overnight, then get on his flight. He's too troll, and I always will. What time is your flight, V? In 25 minutes. Sorry if I'm ever super extra, just really love making you feel good happy. T_T. Why do you like that? I just do. You're often stressing about things, and even if you aren't, I love helping in a way I can, because I know it puts less weight on you. It just feels right. Heart, heart, heart. Thanks, Fed. I'm lucky to have you in my life. Ooh! Oh, Fed, my friend. Oh, talk about a drop the bomb on you, man. Hope I can help you as well. We're taking off. Talk to you later. Weird face things. Have a nice flight, okay? Don't sleep on some ransom's shoulder. Randoms. Drink water. Honey wants to sleep over. That cool with you? Sorry, but not tonight. Tomorrow's a big day. As much as I want to sleep over with both honeys. Wah. Heart. Dude, she's leading you on. She is leading you on, bro. You have your passport? Yeah. Do you miss me already? Oh, yes. Sad face, sad face, sad face, sad face, sad face. Heart, 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 heart. Aw, honey bun. Hope your flight is going well. Miss you. Phone died. On my laptop. Aw, honey bun. I miss you too, Fetty. I'll be back soon. Don't worry. Hope your flight is going well. Miss you. Heart, heart. Respond. I'm here, heart. We made it. Fed? Yes. Fed? Yes. You cute. No, you. Fuck me, dude. She is leading you on. So EDC 2018. It's a large music festival in May. Came around and I was roommates with Josh. This isn't his name, but for anonymity, we'll just call him Josh. At our Airbnb. Of course, it was pretty obvious to him I was texting Pokey a lot as well as FaceTiming her. He hadn't said a single thing about it yet, and it certainly looked like something might have been going on to him. At some point, he asked me about us. I said, there's something going on, yeah. And he didn't believe it, I think. So I asked our manager. Me, Pokey, Josh all shared the same manager at the time, and she was very well aware on how close me and Pokey were. Should be Pokey and I were, but... I asked her, you know about me and Pokey, right? And she confirmed it. She was also at the EDC house with us. So in my mind, I felt like I was being honest. But it was one of my first major mistakes. Our hero starts to think. Pokey is a very private person, especially with relationship stuff, and I definitely crossed the line here. My answer was ambiguous enough that I was implied that we were dating to a degree. I never thought, Is there a correct way to answer this while respecting her privacy? Nope. I just got really excited about it and blew it. So we're on the same page. This wasn't an attempt to cockblock anyone. I thought I was being honest, but it was very wrong. In my eyes, this was all I did wrong. Break her trust. It was never manipulation tactics like she claims, or anything like that. I was excited about it, overshared, and broke her trust. We FaceTimed in the morning the next day, and I inadvertently called her babe. Smooth move, X-Lax. Smooth. While I might have been around people in the Airbnb, she called me out using language like that in front of people, saying that she'd worry about something too coupley in front of others before we actually were, and that we were a part of a delicate and gossip-ridden scene. She would say things like, I feel like I need to understand the boy scene a little bit more before being ready to commit, and that we should date around. For me, then, this came out of left field, and I felt pretty stupid. I was hurt by it this time around, because I wasn't even remotely interested in anyone else, and I was investing so much time and energy into her in general. I was trying to be understanding, but it brought up a lot of insecurities and notions of not being good enough. I feel ya, bro. I feel ya. For both of us. Emotions always made things so complicated. I wish I was better at navigating them earlier. After taking time to understand her concerns, I came around to her unease. She wanted to be sure our feelings were not just there because we were accessible to each other. Hannah playing VR horror game right now. Lamo. She seems drunk. She said she was terrified. Heading home. Okily dokily. I don't even want to talk to you. I'm fomoning too hard. Honestly, I'd give up a lot to be back there with you right now. That's just me, though. This is cool, but not anything crazy. Hard. Folky just squads right now without Fed. Sad-faced. Wish I could join. Yeah, I want to be here, but I'm just being honest when I say if I had to choose between going to EDC versus cuddling with you. Ooh. Oh, buddy, that's a downer. Easiest decision of my life. Watching part 1. Waiting. Hey, I'm ready. Smiley face. Yay! Yay, you won! Happy face, happy face, happy face, happy face. I wonder if I could call you and watch at the same time. I think so. Just get on Wi-Fi. Fed? Quick question. Yes. What's up? Are you calling me baby in front of others? No. I'm surprised you're calling me baby at all. Sorry if it bothers you. That's my favorite pet name, and it is boyfriend restricted. It's cute, but just feels right. I worry we be acting too gay. I kind of thought this generation was supposed to be the most progressive generation, but apparently not. Lamau, you're cute. Sorry. I'll stop. It's okay. You're only allowed like 2 a week. Like an allowance. I'm going to go into a fat debt. I'm lucky to have you. Someone who accepts me as a whole. All of you. Every little bit. Crying emoji? I'm going to try and stay up till 4. I don't know how possible this will be. I'm already so tired. Why? EDC is 9p to 6a. Monkus. I'm sorry, but I'm going to Z real soon. Sleep real soon. Haha, I know, hun. I could pass out in like 5 seconds right now. Z. Good night. I'm here. Why is romance so complicated? Boys suck. What is so complicated? Shock face. Shock face. Everything. If you like me to give you space, I can do that. To give you. Haha, you're fine. Only thing I worry about with you is seeing too coupley in front of others before we actually are. It's a delicate and gospel-ridden scene, you feel me? Yeah, outside the house I always try to be discreet private about that. But even to our friends, it's even more confusing to them. I don't know how to manage that or how I feel about that. Yeah, I'm not too sure how to handle all of that. Depends on how private you want to be. You tired? I don't know how much you want to talk about this stuff. Oh, sorry, hun. Didn't see. But yeah, I want to be V private until we make the jump. Then I don't give a fuck. But then I feel like that's not decided, so things get awkward sometimes. Yeah, I know what you mean. Gonna be honest. And maybe I don't see the whole picture. The whole situation makes me monkus hard.
I do feel like I need to understand the boy scene a little more before being ready to commit. Maybe date around or something. I don't know. Something. Chillin' for now. I do think you are wonderful, though, but you know how I feel about it all. You still want to date around? Just so I understand correctly? I feel like I should. Damn, alright. Ooh, ow, wee. Don't you think you should too? As much as I enjoy being with you, and as comforting as it is, seems a little rushed after our pasts. Maybe you gotten to date around more than me, with Shelby and whoever else, but for me, I don't know. And again, taking that step with you is a big, big deal. With work and living sitch? Okay. It's really hard for me to figure out what the right move is. But I don't know. We can still sit on it some more. I'm too weak for this convo right now. Sad face. Got the week to figure it out? LOL. Weak? I don't know. I care about you a lot. So yeah, this hurts to hear. I'm not interested in anyone else. I feel like at home with you. You were burned, my man. You were burned. Burned at the cross, my friend. Burned.
I feel that way with you too, but I want to make sure it's honest feeling and not a feeling of habit, if that makes sense. Heart. Either way, don't worry about it. We'll talk more tomorrow. I don't need to figure out everything immediately. I gotta go to sleep though. I'll talk to you sometime tomorrow. Really, don't worry. Heart. She's pulling you, bro. She's pulling you. By now you can tell there's a cycle talking again and then, oh wait, there's a problem. This cycle continued throughout the years, and every time it didn't work out, I think I lost a part of myself. More and more I started to realize maybe I'm not good enough. The things the cycle did to me were fucked. I become more and more frustrated. I started to become jealous, insecure at times. I would act out sometimes, lock myself in my room all day and stream Pokemon for the entire day to try and avoid her. I would go over to Just Friends, this banded streamer house, and vent about my frustrations. Since we were on the subject, in her stream she mentioned I would try to manipulate Just Friends to hate her, not be her friend. That's unfoundedly slanderous. My intention was always that I wanted a friend to talk to. Lily was probably sick of hearing the same story between us every 3 months. Thanks for always listening to me to anyway, Lily. I wanted nothing more than everyone to be friends with Pokey. So let me get a little context here, since that was never provided. Pokey always goes to bed at midnight, every night without fail. If she doesn't, something is really wrong. And she stays up longer, she gets crazy in a funny way. She takes the AM streaming slot, as most of you know, so that requires good sleep, obviously. Of course, after my stream, I would always seek quality time with her, and that we would generally involve dinner and a show. The classic date. Some nights we would eat downstairs, and other nights on her bed. So if I stopped the stream at 10 p.m., I'd hang with her till midnight, then I would fuck off and hang out with the rest of the house, or in a lot of cases, go to Just Friends. I would primary vent to one of the girls about everything. She'd always give me a good female's perspective and make me feel it was going to be okay. It was in some sense therapeutic. I would rarely talk to other girls about my issues with Pokey, but sometimes I did. It's just nuts to hear how, now, that was being manipulative and trying to make the girls hate her or leave her out intentionally. That's complete bullshit. I just wanted somebody to talk to that can get me through these emotions. It's also difficult to now hear some of the girls say that they looked at me as a member of OTB and not just as a friend, like I looked at them. I understand that my intentions were incorrect. The intentional side effect is that the Just Friends people might have seen her differently. I am deeply sorry, and I wish I was more aware of those repercussions. I do, however, think intentions matter when you're characterizing someone as a manipulator in front of thousands of people. If she really was afraid of being alienated, she would have taken the time out of her day to be their friend. She didn't stream every day. She could have gone over just to hang, like I did so many times off on my off days. None of the things I would ever say to Just Friends would ever imply that they shouldn't be friends with her. It was only ever typically relationship issues and how I got over her type of conversations. It's crazy to me that things are being said otherwise. There wasn't a looming dark cloud of malice toward her in that house. This is the truth. She could tangibly benefit in some way. Example given, large streaming events, midnight birthday streams. It's the same reason you never saw her coming into people's streams at OTV. And when she wasn't streaming, she was also always grinding, practicing whatever game she wanted to get better at for her stream. I don't want to go into this too deep because I'm not here to attack her character, but it's just the way things were. She had her priorities and we had ours. I'm sure she's gotten better at it now. Midnight hangout, sheesh, at Just Friends? Ha, why? She applied this kind of philosophy to so many things in her life. It truly disappointed me because I and the people in this house wanted her more in our lives. I get it. She was driven by her business and stream. It's just wild that I'm the scapegoat for her now, not wanting to make sacrifices to go over Just Friends. I don't feel that is at all fair. What Fed has now just realized is that she, in a way, manipulated him to bend at her will to make him feel that there was something going on between them when there really wasn't. She was basically using him to her advantage. And that is pretty shitty. I found out pretty early on in my friendship with Pokey that she wasn't down to do last minute or after midnight type things. Generally, I wouldn't invite her over because she was already in bed. Early on, I have invited her a few times, and she would say things like, "No, but have fun," or "Too last minute for me, thank you though." So after a while, I just stopped asking. I was in the dark about her feeling left out until one time she called me out after a few of us went to a late night movie. She and another guy were shut in a room, and I didn't invite them. One, I didn't want to interrupt, and two, I still felt conflicted about her. I thought if I invited them, it would have been awkward for both of us. She got pretty pissed that I didn't invite her. Meanwhile, I wasn't at all feeling responsible. I was just trying to get over her and sometimes meant distancing myself from her. So he is trying to be courteous toward her. And she paid him back with being pissed at him. Let's rewind a bit to another instance where I fucked up. July 2018. You remember the Josh story? Yep, I do it again. I'm not sure if his name is ever mentioned in a stream Pokey made, or if he himself made comments on it, but for now we'll just call this next guy Steve. Always after the texting in May, when I was at EDC, we slowed down for a short time, but things would eventually start right back up again. By July, we were back in our on stage, and things were going well. And then I noticed she started playing games with Steve a lot. During the Steve era, I definitely noticed she hadn't seemed as interested in me, but always kept giving me enough attention to still have her in my mind. Oh, she was playing him. Ooh. I felt like a starved guinea pig, and my cage was my unconditional feelings for Pokey, and she would feed me scraps, just enough to keep me alive. I've been there, bro, I know. Sorry for the image, but that's how it truly felt. Don't be sorry about that image, dude. At this point, she was never honest with me about how she was really feeling about us. Anyways, Steve ended up coming to a house party in July, and we chatted, played some beer pong, and got to know each other a little. We dominated the BP tables. I knew she played games on stream with him a lot, but she never once told me that she was interested in getting to know him more. This was never an attempt to keep him from her. We were literally stuck playing BP, beer pong, for half the night because we kept winning. Of course, I think I knew he was eventually going to ask me the question, and lo and behold, he did. So has Pokey seen anyone right now? Ah, fuck. You would think I learned the first time, huh? Nope, I said. There's something going on. There's sort of something going on between us. Then I followed up with, but do your thing, implying that he should still go for it. He was doing the nice guy thing. I know for a fact I said this because I almost instantaneously felt bad for saying that first part. If it's not obvious already, I do say a lot of dumb things without thinking first. Ah, to be young. In Pokey's stream, she claims that I told Steve not to tell anyone that I said that or talk about it at all. That is 100% false. I know what I said. Always. He brought my conflicted message up to her. She was furious that I made it seem like we were a thing. Again, I felt like I was being honest. Things were super complicated between us, but I broke her trust and spoke for her, so I apologized. He obviously did his thing and still messaged her about it all. So good for him. I can't justify saying what I said, but my emotions were all out of whack and I said a dumb thing. She called me out on it and I apologized to her. This put my character into question, and then she went around asking others if I said something similar. So she's trying to backstab you. So that's how I found out about Josh. But this was it. I never said that to any other guy or person in her stream. She claims that I had told another guy. I know who she is referring to because she texted me the day she did this stream. She reached out to him. I've only spoken to John. We'll just call him that. Once. Ever. And was in passing at a sponsored Godzilla debut where I went with Pokey. The only thing we ever talked about was his vlog equipment and camera. We never once talked about my relationship with Pokey. He might have deducted we might have been seeing each other because we came together and sat next to each other in the movie theater, but I never said a thing about us to him. I'm fine with taking responsibility and accountability for the right things I've done, but I just want to be judged on the truth, not lies. Smart man. Too bad it's going to get you hurt in the end. Well, now I kind of tie in everything. Some time passed, Steve and Pokey started seeing each other. From what I understood, they were never officially dating similar to me. But let me give you guys some perspective on how their thing affected me. So he would come over a lot, and Pokey and I were neighbors. So A, hear a lot, and B, wasn't completely over her yet. The emotions I felt to me were similar to a bad breakup and seeing someone else with the girl you like. Usually if this happens, you mute them on social media and avoid them, out of sight, out of mind kind of deal. Well, this was happening right next to me where I slept and streamed. This had a huge effect on my mental health and streaming mood. And even when I wasn't streaming all I could feel was anxiety. Sleeping was impossible. I could literally feel my manhood fading away as the days went on. So of course I tried to escape. Where did I go? Yep, just friends. It was a hard pill to swallow, but after a while I got used to not seeing her as much in my life and with someone else. He would come over sometimes, she'd go to his place sometimes. I started to move on, thank the fuck. Of course, my absence in her life left somewhat of a void because Steve wasn't over at night and she wasn't at his place all the time either. My guess is my absence gave her a lot of... What the fuck is FOMO? FOMO to me is Ford Motor Company, so we're just going to say gave her a lot of Ford Motor Company. As I would always show up on Just Friends streams, like I said before though. If she really wanted to go over to Just Friends and be friends with them, she could have just gone over. We lived 10 minutes away. Looking back, I can certainly empathize with her. Dude, no. No. No, dude, she played you. She played you. I could have invited her over more, and when she later brought up to me that she was feeling left out, well, poor pissy her, I made it to a point to start inviting her more. No, dude, no. She played you. Don't invite her at all. Although she rarely accepted. So the claim that I was the primary reason she was isolated and that I ruined her chances of friendship with them was a dramatic stretch. Yeah, no shit, she's trying to place the blame on you because she knows that she's fucking guilty over this. I never tried to paint her as an evil person. Why would I? This is someone I genuinely care for. That doesn't make any sense. I would only ever voice my frustrations about a relationship just like anyone else would in my situation. She claims she wanted to be friends with everyone at just friends, but she never made the effort to do so. Unless, like I said, it was either super convenient to her or she benefited from it somehow. I hate that I have to say that, but she has left me no option. That's exactly what she did, yo. She benefited from it. She wanted to play this Fedmeister and use him to her advantage. Okay? She wanted to use him to her advantage and to play him and push him in a direction so she can have some kind of control over him. Okay? She's just a horrible human being at this point. I just want to mention that this on and off cycle between us continued throughout the years. Ooh, that's rough. And when she'd see the possibility of dating or even start talking to someone else, she'd start to push me away. When she stopped seeing talking to them, she would start coming around my room and wanting to be close once again. Yeah, trust me, buddy, I've been there. It's not fun. And at the time, it was very hard for me to resist getting close to her. We'd eventually be back on to some degree. The sleepovers would resume, the messages would resume, and the flirting in general would resume. There were times she would get in my head and act possessive. Oh, buddy, she was playing you like a puppet on a string. When she saw me interacting and giving attention to another girl, all these things made me and Pokey's relationship very volatile, weird, and strenuous, because we lived with each other and it wasn't simple for me to turn off my feelings when things were off. She's very aware of my feelings for her, but also aware of my pain and how hurt I'd be when she pushed me aside. That's because she wanted that. She thrived on it. She never really acknowledged my pain, but I knew it might have bothered her to see me with other girls. So I always tried my best to see them out of the house, something she never considered doing for me. Watching her stream about me now breaks my heart because I have to sit there and watch about her lie about the true nature of our relationship to thousands of people, when it's obvious to me now she never acknowledged my feelings and cared more about eliciting sympathy from the public while attributing to her noble cause as a defense against the backlash Yvonne and Lily were getting. I will say that her speaking up definitely took a lot of heat off Yvonne and Lily, and I'm happy about that for them. I'm okay with taking the hate, but only from where it's deserved. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So basically what this Pokemon did was, like I've stated before several times, she played him. She played him to her advantage and her advantage only. She'd never wanted to really date him. She only wanted to toy with him so she can get some kind of public loving or some bullshit like that. But here's the thing. All this has come out now. And she is trying to backpedal the fuck out of it. I mean, backpedal the fuck out of it. She can't spin this in a way that would benefit her because, well, she spun the wrong loom. And now she has to deal with the consequences. And there's going to be many, many streamers, men and women, that's going to go against her for this. Because as a human being, that's a pretty... all what I've read so far, this is just page 14. What I've read so far, that is a despicable human being, in my opinion. Despicable. She needs to have a lesson on this. Okay? And I think she's going to get it with this public outing. Or she may just completely ignore it and do it all over again. More text. Did you see the one video? The animated one? Oh my god, yee. Then a YouTube video there. Dude, I feel so bad. I mean, you reap what you sow. I don't know if I spelled any of that right. She was definitely coming off not so cool. There's a lot of details and context missing though. No one says that though. They just latch on to whatever they hear. I don't know. I could say the same about the entire stream she made about me. True, but two wrongs don't make a right. The entire thing is missing the context, the nature of our relationship. Yeah. Fed. Jody on stream right now talking about you. That makes me wanna... Yeah, I just told my stream to stop talking about her. She's drunk but acting way drunker than she actually is and saying shit like, oh my god, you guys. Fed wasn't on my stream today, but you guys are still watching. That means so much to me. Roll flow. I don't know, sounds so fake. She's using, like, this baby voice. Yikes, yikes. Sound like this emoji. I don't know if I can stand people obviously acting more drunk than they are or saying fake pity shit to chat. Makes me gag. You're the one to talk. Anyways, that's my vent of the day. Love you. Have a good stream. LOL. She is playing you, bro. Sorry for the spam while you're streaming. Lols. Low. I legit turned in for 93 minutes and she spoke about you twice. Like, GTG bye. And some screenshot of a computer. And ehehehe. Heart. What's the second one from? One of my streams. A screenshot. Yeah. I mean, did you save the screenshot or something? Mm-hmm. I thought it was cute. So cute. You know, even though through everything, you still make me feel comfy. Not entirely sure why, but yeah. You still streaming? Just finished. Come to Toco Madera, next to the Beverly Center. This is such a cute pic. Why was it deleted? Because I wanted to save it. I wanted Flair to delete it. Because it's a big deal to me. I love this pic so much. So many hearts. Bahia, come. I'm crying. I'm the club right now. Crying face. Why? Estoy pensando en ti. Translate that, please. I didn't need to. LOL. You're saying you're thinking me, right? Yes. Okay, sorry, I wrote it out. LOL. I miss you too, honey bunny. How is it? Also, I still understand why the pic was deleted. I deleted because it means a great deal to me. Don't worry, it posted randomly. You mean so much to me. Okay. You mean a lot to me too. Felt like maybe it was something you wanted to hide? I don't know. Not at all, it just means a great deal to me. I feel like sometimes you want to hide me and I don't want you to ruin that. I love you so much. Okay, so right here, he is expressing his love for her. And she's not taking it. She's clearly not interested in him, as we've seen in the other text beforehand. As I've read to you, she is clearly not interested in him, but she is dangling him on a string. And let me tell you from experience, that really fucks you up. Okay? It really fucks you up. That's why I guess I'm kind of cold and callous sometimes, but hey, that's what happens. I'm not trying to hide you either. I would be happy if you posted it. It was super cute pic. Love you too, Fetty. You know this. When you coming home, I want to watch the docu, LOL. Hey, good luck on your meeting today. LMK if you need anything. I assume that means let me know. Thanks, honey. Okay, so we got a hotel, but I can stay in yours. But also, I can stay in mine because, you know, if you don't respond, then I'm going to go to mine. Mine. Smiley face. You sure? I really don't want to give you the freedom to do what you want. It's no worries. We have 2 beds in the other room. Yes. Beg for me to stay with you. I joke. KK, I'll come over if you're sure. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, say it again. Yes. Please stay with me. Just chilling if you want to hang out. Sorry to bother. You're fine. I'm so tired. Okay. Sad cry something. What you doing? What is chillin'? No, laying in bed. You could sleep over. In your bed? Haha, look at us. Out here living in the same house talking about sleepovers. Yeah. I don't know about your bed, though. Okay, you're fine. Man, boy, she played you hard. Pog, don't you think that'd be really coupley if we went to Japan together? Oh, no, that's me. Yeah, probably. I don't know what the hell this thing is. Or it could be just 2 friends traveling, because that's what we are. Ooh, friend zone, dude. Friend zoned. You're gonna try to touch my butt every night. Don't lie. 100% chance. Yep. But for real, we can make it look however we want. Wingman me. Look however we want. So, do you want me to wingman you, or nah? Nah, I just want to explore. HF and eat yummy foods, to be honest. I never wanted Yvonne fired. In her stream, Pokey says I tried to get Yvonne fired because of the incident between us. This is 100% false. I never tried to get her fired. I always wanted her a part of OTV. Just for reference, the incident between me and Yvonne was in December of 2018. We were all talking about having her move in with other league streamers in October 2019 when she continued to work for OTV. Pokey claims she hasn't known about the incident between me and Yvonne, but she did. She found out June 2019, 4 months before we all started to discuss Yvonne's possibility of moving out. I'll go into more details later, but let me give context. Originally, Yvonne moved into the house in mid-2018 to be Pokey's personal assistant and the OTV house manager. Things were good at first, but over time Pokey would complain about Yvonne in private to me, about how little effort she's showing her when it comes to helping her. She would call her lazy and not creative. Okay, so this main chick is trying to manipulate him to get Yvonne fired or whatever. Anyway, Pokey really wanted someone that could give 110% plus, and it was made clear to her that she was doing the bare minimum. She would complain about how much she's playing League or she's starting to stream. At one point, Yvonne made a YouTube channel with one video, and this made Pokey very concerned to the point where she called her for a private meeting. In that meeting, Yvonne was honest and said she wasn't super interested. Also, claiming the video on her YouTube channel at the time was just for personal memories and being a content creator, but that she wanted the option to do in her free time. I'm not sure what other details were discussed, but Yvonne stopped posting YouTube videos for a long time. With this, I wanted to establish that Pokey felt Yvonne had work ethic issues, and that Pokey brought this to my awareness. Me working with Yvonne. Pokey found out about the incident between me and Yvonne somewhere around June 2019, as it was something Yvonne brought up to her. I remember being in Pokey's room, and I was crying, trying to explain to her how horrible I felt that I put Yvonne through that and how ashamed I was. But, in her stream, where she claims to not know any of this, is false. Pokey also says in her stream that I told her that Yvonne won't brainstorm with me and won't work on stuff with me, which was true. She didn't seem keen to help, and I already knew she had some work ethic issues that were initially brought up to me by Pokey in the year before. Pokey's purpose for bringing this up on her stream was allude that Yvonne didn't want to work with me because of what happened between us in December 2018, and that I wanted to fire her because of it, which is false. To be very clear, I never wanted Yvonne fired. At most, I just wanted her to contribute more during this critical period, and looking back now, it was unrealistic of me to ask this. Given what happened between us, I knew Yvonne had goals to hit masters in leagues, and in general, stream more. I thought it was fine, but I also deferred that I had recently taken initiative to become manager of the OTV channel. For those who don't know, Yvonne was hired as house mom management. She was not one of the 5 talent members of OTV, who at that time was Pokey, Toast, Lily, Sakara, and I. We were very close to disbanding, as a last-ditch effort, I quit streaming to focus on OTV content to keep us together. That started with an attempt to make us more efficient, just like any leader in business whose goals are to be successful. I personally never brought up the idea that Yvonne should be kicked out of offline TV, ever. What I did do is bring up my concerns to people in the house. We all talked extensively about our options and what we can do to motivate her and fix what we currently have and save moving out as a last resort, but still remain in her position as management. I naively thought my relationship with Yvonne was still good. In my head, I had thought we moved on from the incident that happened a year earlier. I hadn't thought about it for months until she brought it up on Dr. K. I should point out, just because I hadn't thought about it doesn't mean Yvonne hasn't. She said that she had minimized the incident in her mind a lot to protect us in OTV. That was a brave thing to do, and she should never have to do. The point is making the show is that Pokey claiming I try to get Yvonne fired because of what happened is wildly inaccurate. Of course it is. She's trying to play everybody now to her benefit. I kid very much from my friendship with Yvonne. Some people in the house and I had really deep personal talks with Yvonne, and we all started to feel a lot better about her staying. She mentioned that it was hard for her to imagine a world without being in the house, but also shared her goals to take League and streaming more seriously. And she was very adamant about wanting to help OTV go to the next level, and not just with management. As much as I wanted OTV to run efficiently as possible, it was also equally hard for me to imagine the house without Yvonne. So naturally, I wanted things to work out. We all started to feel a lot better, and she started showing more effort, but we still decided to look for more help because it's something we wanted anyway. If we found someone good, we would have them live in the house and use Yvonne's room, because she had now started to consider an option of moving in with other league streamers. And she wanted to take her league career more seriously. The idea of moving forward was to hire someone to do general manager tasks. We did end up hiring someone, but they became me and Yvonne's personal assistant, basically. While Yvonne transitioned mostly to developing the OTV merch and doing small management stuff, while focusing on her League of Legends ambitions. Both things was she was very passionate about. I had a meeting with Yvonne and she agreed to moving out, but continuing to manage OTV would work for both her and OTV. Everyone wins, right? Had a long talk with Yvonne. Also had dinner with Michael. Update me. I made a big decision as well. He wants to see help OTV succeed and wants to move in at some point. He's down. Whoa, for real? Yvonne wants to move out, still manage OTV and still stream in League. Questioned, Yvonne wants to move out and still manage OTV and still stream in League. I don't get that. Best of all worlds wasn't an option. Whatever this fucking word is. LOL. You want to call for a sec? You free? What do you think? I'm okay with that. Sorta. I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. She got lazy, she's gonna move out and just take care of the OTV stuff she wants to do. It's like we're working around her. That's a perspective I didn't see. I hear ya. For me, it's like, okay, but let's look for better people. If a biz development comes in and wants to do what Yvonne does on top of everything else, I'm gonna say yes, that's my ideal. Hard agree. I'm not gonna say no to that setup though, and I think that can be transitional stage. That was the plan, but it didn't come to fruition. After Japan, losing Albert, a lot of things changed, and we both, Yvonne and I, started putting a lot more energy into the OTV business. We ultimately forgot about whatever plans we once had, as it seemed pointless. She's putting in the work like she always wanted, so Yvonne moved into the next house with us. Pokey wanted Yvonne fired. Pokey's claiming her stream. So this is where things get really dicey. We move into the new house, and that new remote assistant, she's doing an awesome job and really helping me accelerate projects and run errands for me that I otherwise would not have time to do since I started streaming again. Yvonne, since her primary focus was merch, had a lot of free time. So naturally she started streaming a lot more regularly and making YouTube videos. Something she really wanted to do. I was happy we found a middle ground for her, truly. Some months pass and I get a text from Pokey with screenshots of her conversation with Lily, where she brings up the concerns about Yvonne becoming a content creator. I respond by saying, I thought we were cool with her going the content creator route. She responds with, no. She started complaining that she was getting sponsor deals, posting a lot on her YouTube, etc. She said, it's very weird, IMO. To me, it was very obvious Yvonne wanted to go down the content creator route. It had been that way for months. While I did agree it would have been a good moment to step up, we never made any of those desires clear to her. Pokey suggested we getting together and making a decision as a group. She first brought this up to Lily, then me, and finally Toast. She went as far to suggest the idea we get a full-time house manager. As a result, Yvonne would be kicked. I show these DMs because they further show that I had no interest in seeing Yvonne fired. If I truly wanted her out, I wouldn't go as far as to defend this decision. We had both agreed on 6 months earlier. Do you have 5 minutes to chat? Yeah. So, quarantine has made it very apparent that offline TV isn't really led or prioritized for anyone, I guess. And I don't mean like talent doesn't care about it, because our job is to be talent. You mean like Chris Chan, but not shitty? Now I know Fed is partial talent, so he's focused on streaming. Yeah, exactly. And it also made me realize Yvonne is like 90% a content creator now. Yeah. Which is great for her if that makes her happy. For real. But also, OTV is left in the dust a little. What do you think? Oh boy. Yo, what you doing right now? Hi. Yo, pick. Basically this. Want to pull from some funny shit? What? Oh, you're still alive. Ah, okay. Never mind. No problem. And yeah, gonna be honest, not having Amanda and Dunos here has definitely hurt. Actually, I haven't talked to Amanda in almost a month, and she was supposed to be a mini me. As for me personally, I'm trying to take advantage of streaming every day. It's been incredibly difficult to balance both. I don't know how long this attention on me will last, I think. I think you should be doing what you're doing. If I reconnect with Amanda, you are a talent, even though you help with content. Talent is meant to be your priority. I am more so be bothered Yvonne hasn't stepped up more. Things could get a lot better. That OTV is no longer her priority. When I really thought about it, like, why did we hire Amanda? I see. When Yvonne is supposed to be Amanda, but in the house. Yeah, I feel you on that. To be honest, though, I thought you were cool with her going the route when we moved. Like she started her own YouTube and everything because you and us were cool, if I remember. I'm just gonna come into your room? Bump? Hi. Hi. Uh, no. I don't remember the exact context. We agreed, like, content creation was not the route that she likes to stream on the side, but OTV is the main thing. But now it's like sponsor deals, YouTube channel, etc. It's a very weird, in my opinion. Yeah, I feel she's definitely in a direction where she's leaning toward content creation. To be honest, we didn't make that clear, though. At least I don't think we didn't. But despite that, I do agree we needed fucking massive help right now. And now would have been a good moment to step up. I guess, like, I just dislike disorganization and the efficiency, and that's what I feel. Can you not sentence? Alright, it wouldn't be too hard to put this all in one sentence, like, I guess, like, I just dislike disorganization and efficiency, and that's what I feel. All in one sentence. I hear that. So I think we need to get together and make some solid decisions as a group, or else the decisions will force themselves onto us down the road. For example, if we get someone to help manage, what happens to Yvonne? Isn't that a weird thought? Weird thing? Yeah, true. And yeah, we'll talk things out tomorrow after meeting. You talk to Toast, Scare about it? Toast right now? We know we know we want / need help, but I don't think we know about what to do in regards to Yvonne. Yeah, I think we just need to tell her what we want. Yeah, I'm wondering what you guys want. I mean, to be honest, all I think about is what I'm lacking. Haven't thought about her business too much. I'll think about it tonight, though. Okays. Conclusion of Pokey's stream. I want to make it clear. I spent months debating on whether or not to release this because I know how much pain it might cause everyone involved. I know this will in no way clear my name. Actually, dude, it does. But it's been hard to sleep at night. I know there's so much misinformation and spiteful narratives against me out there that was carried out by people I once considered family. I know I'm an imperfect person who has made mistakes, but never have I ever wanted to intentionally hurt anyone. I'm working on growing and becoming more aware of my actions with goals as a person, to be a person I could never have been before all this. Okay, he's noble. He's being very noble here. I think this clears him perfectly. It clears him. I mean, he just spilt everything right here. Overall, though, it's clear to me that she used her stream and Yvonne and Lily's statement to cover up her own insecurities and failures about not making enough effort to make or maintain friendships. As I look through all the streams that were made about me, not including Yvonne's and Lily's, it's abundantly evident that she was at the center of collecting information about me and passing that info to our friends, with little care for accuracy or truth. So she helped them align their stories with the narrative she's trying to fabricate. It appears that she has some resentment over what me and her had. Well, yeah, because I also wanted to mention that on stream, she was pretty supportive about me getting help and changing. Yet a month later, I posted a photo on Instagram captioning, "I'm working on myself." 1 hour later, she unfollowed me off all social media, and 2 hours later, she posted this tweet with comments taken straight from my post. It seems she is less interested in seeing me change and more interested in seeing me canceled. No, buddy, this is... Okay, before I go into the next 3 pages of this document, this is going to help Fedmeister a lot, and him redeeming himself. Although I don't really think he needed to be redeemed, in my opinion. He was just manipulated, and manipulated in a hard way. And that's hard to take. That's really, really hard to take. I know, I've been there myself. It's not a fun deal. I mean, you'll bend over backwards for some people, but then they just slough you off. You know, it just makes you a very callous person. But anyway, my final thoughts will be after all this. The intervention aftermath. I just wanted to quickly mention all the steps I took after the intervention. As a house, they agreed that they didn't want to see me burn, that I was going to release my own statement with everyone's approval. When the intervention happened, I took it all very seriously. I was so sorry and remorseful. I went back to my room feeling lost, scared, alone, and in complete shock. I called 3 people and told them what everyone at the intervention had told me and what I was going to do moving forward. I would say things like I'm obviously going to get help and step down from OTV projects, that I'm going to need a new place to stay. Things were on my mind and I had to think about. Some of them felt bad for me. One of them thought it was all ridiculous, but it was never my intention to have them feel that way towards my actions. I called them because I didn't know who else to call and wanted someone to tell me I was going to be okay. That's understandable. I guess word got out of these calls and people at the intervention saw it to me defending myself or not giving them the full picture. This was never the case or the intention, ever. I was only looking for comfort, and they gave me that. From what I can tell, they deducted all from those calls that I wasn't trying to change or taking things seriously. It hurts to know how quickly they came to this conclusion, knowing full well the gravity of the situation and how little effort there was to directly talk to me. All the while, I was writing my statement. I had 6 or 7 drafts, going back and forth with OTV. I scheduled therapy, and I told them about it. I was temporarily left the house to stay at my brother's place so Yvonne would feel more comfortable. From what I understood, the more they talked to people I had called, the more they began to think I wasn't changing and only cared about my image. About 3 days later, as I'm preparing my 7th draft statement, I get a message from OTV that Yvonne is going to release her own statement in 15 minutes. My own statement was now deemed worthless, and I had 15 minutes to chalk up a tweet response to her statement. It's really sad looking back now. I really wanted to work on a statement everyone was good with, but because to them I looked like I was trying to defend myself, not giving a full picture, and not taking things seriously based on other people's phone calls, it all came down like this. A really bad game of telephone. The end. Overall, it's clear Pokey and I had a very volatile relationship, and I'm certainly guilty of being inconsiderate, oversharing, and breaking her trust. But I hope that this new information sheds light on my side of things and gives a much-needed context that wasn't initially provided. Never at any point was I trying to manipulate or keep Pokey from making friends. I never wanted Yvonne fired. It horrifies me how much and for how long misinformation about me and my character had been out there. Like I said, there are some issues I'm working on, and I feel I've already made a lot of progress. I only hope that one day I can be the man I could never been before all this. I really wish I didn't have to show text DMs, as this is something I'm profoundly against, but this was an important person in my life for years. For her to manipulate the narrative the way she did to the public leaves me no choice. I am not the person she described. Tildeer. Too long, didn't read. I wanted to defend myself where possible, just giving context to things I felt when necessary for my peace. I'm sober and in therapy. I've learned a lot about myself and my issues. I'm working very hard to address what causes these issues. My relationship to Pokey was a lot more complicated than we were just close. I didn't try to manipulate our friends to get them to hate Pokey. Pokey's relationship with just friends was professional, and she used me as a scapegoat for not forming friends with them. She isolated herself from them. That's exactly what she did. I told some people we had a thing and I felt I was being honest. However, it was wrong because I broke her trust and privacy. I never tried to get Yvonne fired because of the incident between us, but Pokey later does for other reasons. I also wanted to add, I've made similar statements for others, not Yvonne or Lily, and these statements include apologies but also disputes some claims that were made in their streams while offering explanations from my point of view. Currently, I have not decided whether or not to post them. Okay, that's the end of the PDF file. Fedmeister, my dude, you were played. You were played like a handful of cards. Okay? And not all women are like this. Okay, my dude, not all women are like this. But she is certainly one of these type of people that will play you and manipulate you to bend to her will to make her do things that benefit her but hurt you in the long run. Trust me, it hurts. And you are clearly still hurt. And I feel for you, man. I feel for you. I've been there myself. Also, that said, don't go out and harass Pokimane. Okay? I think this right here, this manifesto, this clear-cut definition of what happened is going to be enough to hurt her career. Okay? Unless you're simping for her, then, hell, you ain't going to listen to anything. You're just going to simp for her, and that's it, because you have no life. But for her, this could be career-ending. This comes out, and it has, and it's everywhere now. She is going to be in fire control mode like nothing. And from what I understand, she's already done a stream, and I actually watched the one on Destiny. I will link it into the description below. She's already lied on that stream as well. She is trying to cover up her own stupidity, her own narcissistic personality problems. She's trying to do this because somebody came out and said, hey, I want to clear this up. Enough is enough. Enough on my mind. My dude, I feel for you. I feel for you. And if you hear this louder sound, my furnace kicked on. I feel for you. My message to you and to others out there who may be in this situation is to get out of it, to separate yourself from that person. They are going to try to be vindictive. They are going to try to be gaslighty towards you. And if you have to, fight them back. Not with gaslighting, not with fists, but with truth and honesty. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of fuckers out there that wants to hurt you. This has been Leepinlepin Wing-a-Ding-Dong. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure to ring that little bell to get notifications whenever I upload a new video. Leepinlepin, I'm out of here. See you folks in the next video.